Costa Rica Nature Conservatory. Here we're filming a trawler that is trawling in front of Punta Leona. Just to give you an example of the type of environmental destruction that occurs in the immediate vicinity of coral reefs. As trawlers trawl, they dredge up the bottom and create very large sediment plumes. This trawler here is typical, and you can see that its nets are deployed, and the nets have very large, heavy doors or fins that open up the net. And as they drag that across the bottom, it raises the sediments, as you see here. This one has gone on a large loop right around the very front of this protected nature area called Punta Leona Playa Blanca Humedal. This trawler is fishing less than 100 yards offshore. You can imagine how hard it is to protect sensitive marine nature areas from sedimentation when you have a fishing device such as a trawler that continuously dredges around your nature areas. They aren't the only ones here. There are a number of other trawlers in this area. Just a mere hour ago, this water was crystal clear, but as the trawler has passed, it has left an expanding plume of sediment that then gathers in the currents and suffocates any other corals that may be growing in the area. And this repeated action stresses these reefs even further, because these areas are areas that will naturally be very crystal clear. But as the dredge passes, these trawler nets pass, they literally drag the bottom up and spread sediment plumes, just like a factory spreading smoke that smothers everything, including the light and the nutrients from reaching the corals that actually stabilize and build not just the ecology of the area, but the economy. So it's important to take into consideration the factors that are actually exacerbating the fishing industry in Costa Rica and in this jewel of international world fish breeding, which is the Nicoya Peninsula. Actually, monetarily, it's a shame to try to calculate its value, but unfortunately people need to see mathematical equations to prove to themselves that their logical brain is taking the right choice. All you have to do is be here for 2 minutes in the presence of this kind of environmental destruction, and your logical mind will have no choice but to accept the truth. Yeah, trawlers gotta go. Trawlers have got to go. They're dinosaurs. The people that are using trawlers should be given an opportunity to change their industry and their methods, possibly getting into conservation and fish farming or restoration of the environment. This is the truth of their plight. They are not a culture being displaced. It is a technology being taken away that is inefficient and destructive to their own way of life. Thank you very much. This is Captain Richard with a commentary for Costa Rica Nature Conservatory. This area is approximately 27 meters deep where this trawler is at, approximately 2 kilometers offshore. This is a whaling area as well. In other words, whales come and breed here. And of course, these fishermen are making it impossible for these animals to be in the area, constantly sweeping the area with their nets. It's important to try to quantify the type of impact that this industry creates by using this technology for as long as they are. Very important to quantify what is actually contributed in terms of their apporte to the economy versus what they cost to the ecology and economy. Yeah, a lot of people would blame the river Trawlers for creating sediment, but it's interesting to note that the tide, when it floods, actually pushes the river up, as I'll show in a future video. Trawlers do an amazing amount of sediment stirring, as you can see in this video. Of course, this sediment will clog the corals and any other marine life that are living in the area. So fish aren't just killed in the nets, they are also killed in adjacent areas to this form of dredging, shrimp dredging operation. This trawler has been working about 3 days in this particular front area, progressively passing his nets in the large doors right in front of this protected humedal Playa Blanca. We're looking now directly towards Isla Tortuga in the background, and Isla Tortuga is the #1 spot for tourism in the country. The area where you see the trawler is 33 meters deep. It is the deepest area on this side of the peninsula because the tides come in here and interact with the Trawlers River. The trawler fishing is a highly destructive form of antiquated way of farming fish where there's an enormous amount of the catch is not used. Unfortunately, it also destroys and overturns budding coral reefs and grass beds. So this kind of destructive fishing has been analyzed by the Costa Rican government, and they are putting laws against it now. But in the meantime, they have 2 years to continue to use their permits. At the pace that they're going, this magnificent nature area stands to be continuously threatened. Unfortunately, they're also threatening the whales that birth here that travel to the Arctic and Antarctic. These whales come directly in front of here, as you can see in previous videos from the Costa Rica Nature Conservatory. Thanks for following our videos, and please stay conscious of the changes that we must make in our technological uses of this planet so that we continue to make our quote-unquote harvesting somehow sustainable.